evening, everyone. In tonight's free video, just want to quickly remind you that we have employment numbers tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern, and I expect this number to have a serious impact on the market, whether it's to the upside or downside, I don't know. But we are at some key levels here. You'll see that when we went from this low here, so we went from this low here up to that high right here. Oh, let me pick the right one. So let's do that again. And we went from this low here to that high. I'm just having some really bad drawing problems today. Right there. And then we pulled back. And again, it's the same situation. We talked about this at the webinar yesterday. When markets break above structure, where do we expect them to go? Extension points. So from the low here, that same low, up to that high, when we broke above it, we had an expectation. 127 expectation. And let's bring in that, and you'll see right there we're just shy of that 127 extension. So 139, the highest high, has been I believe 138 and change. Okay, so the point that I'm trying to make is we are at some key levels here, and what's going to be important is to see how the markets react to it. Are the markets going to pull back? Are they going to rally? We are at some key levels of resistance here, but obviously this market has continued to go higher and doesn't seem to care. If we take a look real quickly at one other market that I think is important is the dollar. The dollar's been doing the same thing. The dollar has moved higher and has not created the stock market, or the stock market has not done what it normally does. Now, normally when the stock market is going, when the dollar is going up, guess what's happening? The typical thing that's happening, the typical relationship is it puts pressure on stocks, right? Hence why the dollar is, and it also puts pressure on commodities like gold. So that's why we've seen gold pushing lower, and while the dollar is pushing higher. That's a typical relationship. But right now, what's happened is the dollar has rallied, and the stock market has rallied as well. So it's interesting to see that, and the big question that a lot of traders are going to be looking for when the employment numbers come out tomorrow and the market opens is that relationship still going to stay, or is that relationship going to change? I don't know. I can't tell you what's going to happen. What I can tell you is this dollar right here, number one, has been consolidating here, and that's a sign to me that we may continue to go higher. If we break through these levels, okay, be aware of where we could go. 127 extension is going to put you at around 79.50. So if the dollar breaks above here, if the news tomorrow is perceived as whatever, and the dollar breaks above and closes above here, expect a move to the 127 extension at the minimum. Okay, so keep an eye there. Just make sure you're following your plan, and I think I think the dollar is one of the more important markets to keep an eye on, because I think that this thing is going to continue to rally, and if it does continue to rally, what I'm most interested in seeing is how does that impact the stock market. All right, guys, so hope that helps, and we'll see you guys at the next video update.